Welcome everybody to HexLocke Gaming. I am Dymelocke, and today we're going to be playing Final Fantasy 1, which is known for its job system, much like the rest of the series. But to make things more interesting, I'm going to randomize the jobs or classes that my characters are. So, to keep things a little bit more interesting, I'm going to say no triplicate classes. So, we could have 2 warriors or 2 white mages or something, but not 3. Because that'd be pretty boring. Nobody wants to watch that. I wouldn't want to play it. Anyway, so I have a die here. Settlers of Catan. 1 through 6, standard die. So we click on a character. See, number 1 is warrior, 2 is thief, 3 is monk, 4 is red mage, 5 is white mage, 6 is black mage. Makes sense? Alright, here we go. First class is number 6, a black mage. Alright. Off to an interesting start. Black Mage is maybe not the most useful class in this game, especially late game, maybe the end. Number 2, rolling of the die, and 5. Okay. White Mage. Looking pretty magical so far. Getting some serious mages in here. Okay, number 3, rolling the die, we have number 3. That is a monk. Okay, and last but not least, we have 4. That's a red mage. Okay, so we have all the mages and a monk. First thing comes to mind is this is a pretty squishy team. No warrior, obviously. That's probably almost definitely the most overpowered class in this game. Already it's going to be harder without the warrior. Thieves become ninjas, so they can use haste. Pretty useful. They also have pretty good damage output late game from the physical attack. Monks do probably scale the hardest, attack-wise, so that'll be nice to have near the end of the game when all these mages have fallen off spell-wise. Another thing I'm realizing is that this is going to be a pretty expensive team, because the magic can get pretty pricey pretty fast, and we're going to have to buy a lot. So, armor-wise, though, I guess the flip of that is that we're not really going to have to buy any of that really expensive warrior armor. The warrior has a lot of exclusive equipment, like axes and heavy armor, heavy shields, I believe. Supports particular magic. Damages opponents with black magic. Proficient in both black, specializes in bare knuckle attacks. Can use a wide array of weapons and armor. Nimbly runs circles around opponents. Okay, and the thief, in the original game, the thief was far and away the worst class. Just hands down. Until it became a ninja, and then I think it was mediocre, but the thief really didn't matter too much. Okay. I've never had a team before that didn't have a thief or a warrior, I have to say. So I'm going to rearrange the order here. Same class thing. Let's just put our red mage first, our monk second, our black mage third, and our white mage fourth. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, well, now for the naming. I am Dymelocke. I will be Dime. Wait, Dymelocke doesn't fit, does it? I doubt it. No, nope. We're sticking with Dime. Okay, makes sense. Down here as the white mage, we're going to have our boy Roglif. Roglif will guest star in some future videos, hopefully. Good friend of Hexen of mine. Hexen is going to be our black mage. Pretty standard class for him. And monk. To be honest, I don't know a lot of people who really love this class. Okay, another one of our friends, Mirik. He usually plays something more like a thief. I think this will be good enough. Yes, party? Looks all good to go? Dime the red mage, Mirik the monk, Hexen the black mage, and Roglif the white mage are off on their quest. Adventure. Whatever it is. Gonna skip the intro. More or less, the gist of the game is the elements are failing because the crystals are being attacked by evil or somehow corrupted. So the land is in danger. 4 heroes show up with crystal shards, though. Cool. Nothing we can really do until we get this quest from the king, so. King's searching for the prophesized heroes. Oh, we have the crystals, that's us. Is this true? Look, we got these nice crystals with us. Cool. A former knight of this kingdom named Garland has stolen the king's daughter. and taken her to a shrine up north. So that's our first task. For those of you who have played the game, you know he's the first boss. Pretty easy introductory boss. I'm going to train up for a bit now. We might not need it to take on Garland, but I want whatever magic is available here for the mages, and whatever minor equipment upgrades are available as well. Off to the grind. Alright, so we're level 4. That should be good enough. We also have quite a bit of gil. I think we'll be able to buy everything we need at this town. If I remember correctly, the equipment is incredibly cheap, and the magic's not too bad either. Okay, so we stayed at the end, full HP. Very nice. Let's do magic first. Okay, cure. Definitely purchasing that for the white mage. And let's get Dime his cure as well. So Dime can only actually use protect of these white magic spells available, and I don't think he'll want it. But blink is fairly useless, so let's go ahead and get Roglith Dia. Which is damage to undead, and then protect. And then for the black magic, for Hexen, fire, of course. Focus lowers one foe's evasion. Don't think we'll be using that too much. So I guess I'll get sleep for him as the final spell. That's pretty useful coming up here against the pirates. As for Dime, I'll pick up fire and thunder. And that looks pretty good. So that spell set was pretty easy to determine who should get what, but at every magic shop there's always one more spell available than a mage can equip or have in their casting set. So you have to make choices, and sometimes it's more difficult than others. Obviously that time was not very difficult. Okay. Rapier for Dime, hammer for Roglith, the Nunchaku for Nirik, and then Hexen is going to stick with his knife. It says the staff is better, but we have a couple staves anyway, so truth be told, we don't need to purchase one regardless. I should probably just optimize everyone. Very nice. Okay, and then for Mirik, or Hexen, sorry, I do want to see if the staff is... The accuracy drop is not worth the one attack, so see if I'd optimize here, it would have given him the staff. Really, it's not worth it. Okay, that's all the equipment and all the magic. So... Oh, really? Getting blocked by these townspeople. Off to Garland, I guess. So this cave right here that we found is not in the original game. It's the Earth Gift Shrine, which is a bonus dungeon in Dawn of Souls. Alright, he says the entrance is shut because the land is decaying. There's a lit statue here. The putrid stench of decaying earth hangs heavy on the air. So naturally when you take care of the lich, this entrance will open. But it is a bonus dungeon, so I don't recommend taking it on until you've beaten the game. You can maybe get through the beginning phases of the dungeon, but by the end it'll become really difficult. Alright, so here we are at Chaos Shrine. Before we go in, let's have Roglith heal everybody up. One thing nice about this game is there's a menu piece, rather. Most FF games just keep the overworld song playing, piece, music, whatever, while you're in the menu, but this game is like, nope, got our own tune for the menu. The Chaos Shrine, of course, pretty amazing music. Garland, the king will have no choice but to exchange the kingdom for his daughter's life. Cornelia will be mine. What? Wow, Dime's HP is really low. It's a little concerning. Let's protect him to be safe. Wow, Dime's magic does not do much damage at all. Not even close to Hexen's. Fire. That was significantly weaker, for whatever reason. But see, Dime's base attack is actually higher than his magic damage, so... I guess just keep attacking with him. Well, easy enough. Everyone's full HP. Didn't really have any issue with that. Hey look, we gained another level though. Nice of them to reward us with so much EXP for such a nothing fight. We saved the princess! This is the first time anyone's ever defeated Garland? Questionable. Boom, back in Castle Cornelia, just like that. There can be no doubt that we're the Warriors of Light. The crystals didn't convince him. Okay, so he tells us he's going to have the bridge to the north restored because he knows there's a crystal on the continent up there. And that's what we have to do, restore the crystals. And we get a loot from Sarah for talking to her. If you don't talk to her, you miss the loot. Which isn't important for a while, but nice to have. Now we get to watch the workers build this bridge super fast because it's urgent. The Warriors of Light are here in Cornelia. We are celebrities. Alright, so we're crossing the bridge, and the intro plays. Title screen. I guess that was all the prologue. True game begins now. Already level 4, got a jump start. Or level 5, excuse me. So we're heading to Provoca, maybe, is the name of the town? I can't quite remember, but it's a pirate's den. We're gonna have to fight some pirates. To get ourselves a boat. Here we are. Oops. Oh, it is Provoca. Nice. Talk to me. Please help us. Yep. So we can either rest at an inn, maybe, or buy some equipment. There are a lot of things we could do, or we could jump right into the fight. After killing him, of course. So, as I briefly mentioned earlier, oh, you've got cannonballs of steel to be taken on the greatest pirate. Big. Keel haul 'em, boys. Aye, aye, Captain. We'll make their bones go crunch. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, an easy way to deal with this fight is to just have the Black Mage cast Sleep, which works on all foes for some reason, and they're susceptible to it. So, this is about to be a joke. They also do minimal damage and go down in one hit. So, realistically, you don't need to put them to sleep. It just takes the fight from easy to impossible to lose. And I believe attacking them wakes them up, so as long as I focus on the other targets first, we'll be good to go. We got pretty lucky with that sleep. We put almost all of them down, and 2 of them are still out. Not that it matters, this fight is over. Also, wait, it didn't wake up when Ragwith hit it. Okay, whatever. Lots of money for that fight. 360 gil. I remember the pirate enemies do give a lot of money, and this was 9 pirates. Well, they're dead. We just murdered a bunch of people. And now he's sorry. Well, we've finished it. That was the goal, and there we have it. The sea is our oyster now, so to speak. But first, as is standard, let's buy stuff. Shopping! Don't have a warrior, so no iron armor. Don't have a warrior, so no leather shield. However, everyone likes leather gloves, I guess. To the black magic shop. Blizzard for this guy. Absolutely. Blinds all foes. Won't be using that. So, temper for Hexen, and slow for Hexen. definitely Blizzard for Dime, right? Let's look at the white magic shop first. I don't want to make a mistake, because I think I want Temper also. Temper increases your attack damage, and that can be pretty useful on someone like Dime, who will mostly be attacking, to be honest. Also, while we're here, a broadsword for Dime. What? We can't afford it? Scimitar also? So Dime's the only one that can use either of these, but he can use both. And I'm remembering that that's because the Thief can use the Scimitar, but can't use the broadsword. So that's why the Scimitar exists at all. Otherwise, why wouldn't everyone just use broadsword? But we might not even have enough to buy the white magic. Cures darkness. That will be important. You take that. Silences all foes. That's not going to be useful. I don't really think it's effective enough in a situation where it matters. As for Dime, I really think he's only going to want Blinded here, which means he can go for Blizzard and Temper at the Black Magic Shop. Black Magic Shop. Blech. Okay, after selling everything that we own, we have 61 gil. Not nearly enough to buy the broadsword or the magic that we need. You know what that means. It's back to the grind. Okay, so I did manage to hit level 9. I figured that was a good stopping spot, plus we are in dire need of health. I also changed the background color for the menus while I was grinding, and a couple settings as well, like putting the cursor on memory and setting run to default. HexLocke and Invis was the other one that Roglif wanted. Blizzard. Pick up Temper. I don't have enough gil. I don't have enough gil. I trained so much. Okay, as expected, this mage party is actually costing us a lot of money. So we're looking at exactly 700 gil. Shouldn't take too long. Okay, not too bad. Here you go, Dime. All that training. So you could have us more accurate somehow? Please explain to me how a broadsword is more accurate than a rapier. No one can explain that, because it's not true. And that's that. Provoca. It's been great. Now we get to listen to the jammin' shit music as we sail around. And I believe there are things to the north, but you can't do anything there until you have the Mystic Key from this elf prince by waking him up. So we gotta do this whole elf kingdom. See, there's the elf kingdom. Little elf town. And there's a marshland we're gonna have to visit and a bunch of other stuff. Anyway, I think once we wake this guy up, he will give us the Mystic Key, and we can use that then to continue to the north, where the Earth Crystal is. So, quite a bit to do before we can actually get to the Earth Crystal. Let's take a look at what magic's available in the Elfheim town. Some pretty cool AoE, Area of Effect, versions, level 2 of these damage spells. 1,000 gil each. Pretty pricey. I'm gonna assume the level 3 white magic is also 1,000 each. Oops. Correct. Okay. So that's 3,000 for Hexen, 3,000 for Roglip, and then 3,000 total for Dime. 9,000 gil, but wait, there's more. This town also, for whatever reason, has the level 4 spells. 2,500 each. So now we're looking at 7,500 for Roglip, 7,500 for Hexen, 7,500 for Dime, 22,500 in addition to the other 9,000, 31,500 gil, if my math is correct. It's gonna be a grind. But luckily, we can't even equip those spells yet though. Look at our status. Magic level 3. Magic level 0, obviously. Miracle will never be able to use magic. Magic level 3, magic level 3. Okay, so, you know, the level 4 spells, even if we could buy them right now, we wouldn't be able to use them. So 9,000 gil is what we need right now, and 31,500 gil is what we need by the time we're done with this area. Okay, Sage. Out of curiosity, this does have haste. the all-powerful melee attacker spell. It increases your number of attacks, which in this game is calculated in your total attack damage, so by making your character attack more per attack, they just do insanely more damage. Pretty ridiculous buff. Anyway, for the actual quest information, let's go to the Elven Castle. What do you guys say? Oops. Astos' curse is put I sleep. Yep, their prince is asleep. Can we wake him up? He also took all the castle's treasures. Oh dear. Despite what the sprite looked like from the outside, this castle is one story. Looks like. Here we go. Healer. Princess slept under Astos' curse for 5 years now. There must be some medicine that can rouse the sleeping, but where? So I think Astos has the Jolt Tonic. I mean, I might be wrong about that. Maybe we have to defeat Astos to get the magic key, and then the magic key is how we get the Jolt Tonic? So I might have remembered that in the backwards order, actually. But then what would the Elf Prince give you? Nitro Powder, maybe? Which we need to get to the Earth Crystal? Well, regardless, I think we're supposed to go talk to Astos now. Or, you know, Astos in disguise, for those of you that know what's coming up. That, though, is a good stopping spot. We finished the prologue, we got our boat, we now have our next quest in line, and a lot of grinding ahead. But that'll have to do it for now. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dymelocke for HexLocke Gaming. See you all next time.